Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Legend with Mr. Sheffield. I am Mr. Sheffield, and this is Legend, otherwise known as the Four Crystals of Trazere, if you are in America. And before we begin, make sure you've got a nice cup of tea. I currently have a cup of tea in a mug called, labelled Tough Stuff. Maybe my videos mirrored. I'm looking at it right now. It's Tough Stuff. This is something that was given to me by my niece. So I am hoping that we are made of tough stuff for this dungeon. We are in frag rank level 3. We've just opened. Excuse me. Drinking that tea. Not a good idea. We've just opened this 3rd level door using a skull key, and we are now ready to start exploring frag rank and seeing what's going on here. Right, we need an emerald key. Brilliant, okay. These guys look familiar. Looks like we've handled these guys before. Let's just use our sun wand and just blast everyone to bits. Last episode we leveled up Trazere, we leveled up Zoffen, and they are beasts. Let's just put it lightly, they are monsters now. Trazere is level 7, Zoffen's level 7. We also colour coordinated our posse because, you know, all about the fashion sense. We can't be a crew of adventurers if we are wearing mismatched clothing. We've got to have it like it's like a uniform, you know. This is interesting. I think these guys, they don't look like they are. They look like bad guys from level 1 of Trazere. They don't look like, you know, bad guys that we found in 5 levels of the Dark Tower. And when I say 5 levels like that, I mean Dark Tower dragged a little bit towards the end. There were some great puzzles in there. I really enjoyed some of the puzzles in there. The one with that you had to move the skull tile around, that was cool. I enjoyed that one. We just got attacked a lot. We had lots of random encounters, and it was really difficult to get back to the start. Right, bronze key. So, emerald key, bronze key. Remember that. I have a feeling we're going to find one of them in this room. And Trazere, just one second, that mage. There we go. Good. Zoffen, just in the meantime, you just take a little break. Take it easy, dude. You've done the work. You've done some good job. I think this guy here wants to join our crew. Look at him with his red outfit on. Oh, there we go. We found the bronze key. That is useful. Tai Chang, can you find anything under that table? Yes, you can. A bag of fiery claws. Awesome. Last episode we found a stealth blade, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying this, but our mystic weapons at the moment, what Zoffen can conjure for us is beyond what we can find in the wild right now. So, you know, our mystic weapon, look, our defense goes down by 27, but our attack goes up by, what's that, 12? But not only that, our strength goes up as well. Dexterity goes down. This was a real trade-off for Tai Chang. But for Trazere, looking at this, 301, 244, 347, 249. But not only that, strength 22, dexterity 17, strength 33, dexterity 17. So his Mystic Axe is much better than his current Mithril Axe. I think it's a good investment. I think it is. Unfortunately, it takes an extra inventory slot up, but we do have to have a backup weapon because, you know, if there's a point where they get dispelled, like that guy just did. Ooh, excuse me. Come on. Whatever. Yeah, if there's a point where someone gets dispelled and we lose our main weapon, it's not a good idea for us to not have a backup. Right. Let's go this way. let's go this way. So that's kind of our trade-off right now. We've got some real powerful weapons with the Mystic Axes, and the Mystic Swords, the Mystic Daggers, whatever it is that people have got. But it's just... Whoa! Soften! Pay attention, dude. Fine. Let's just give yourself a heal. There you go. Yeah, it's worth a trade-off. It's an extra 3 inventory slots of our entire party. The reason I haven't given a mystic weapon to Zotham is just doesn't use it. There's no... Zotham's power lies in his ability to cast spells, not in his ability to hit people with his staff. So there's, it's just no point giving Zotham a mystic weapon for the sake of that inventory slot. It's just not going to make any difference. But let's have a look and see what's under here. Nothing. It's quite surprising. I was expecting something to be here. Where did that guy die? Not there. Maybe the bag of gold on the floor? Nothing at all. Okay. What an utterly pointless room. Yeah, so these guys are very familiar. We went to the Dark Tower, we found skeletons, we found these kind of weird elf-looking people, we found we found all sorts, and now we're back here with some dudes that look like they're from the first dungeon, so they don't seem to be too much of a challenge. But again, it could be because we have been playing pretty well. I do feel a little bit like having played the game enough, I'm able to not exploit any game mechanics, but just I know enough about the game mechanics to know what works, what doesn't work, how to make the most effective use of my money and my experience and my time and my, basically everything we're doing. Which is kind of how I generally play video games, I find, is that I end up finding how to play the game. It's like a little puzzle for me sometimes, is how most effectively to play the game. And then from there, I'm quite inflexible, so once I found the way that I would like to play the game, I do find it difficult to, to branch out. If what I've learned works stops working, that's when I find games very tricky, and I think it's quite good for a game to challenge you like that. I think it is quite good for a game to be like, you know what, you seem to have been doing this way, this one particular not exploit, but just this method that works for you, and for example, Zotham's like that spell there. The way for the enemy to be able to stop that from happening would be to make more anti-magic enemies. But from a game balance point of view, making more of the enemies anti-magic reduces Zotham's effectiveness, entirely. So what I think they should do is, in situations where I'm relying on Trazere and Zotham too much, they should create enemies for which Tunal and Tai Chang can exploit a weakness. They should make enemies which are kind of a little bit hidden, like Tai Chang. They should make them a little bit, really difficult to hit for a berserker. But for someone, an assassin like Tai Chang, they should be able to be like, you know what, I can see you, and I know your methods, and so I can take you on. So, you know, there should be a bit of variation in styles, I think, and that would be a, you know, obviously for this. I keep on referring to this. I keep on referring to how old this game is, and it is unfair, I think, because, you know, two people created this game. 2 entire people. Just 2 people. So, you know what, I can't complain. I really cannot complain. These guys did such an amazing job. Yeah, there are things that, having almost 30 years of modern gaming experience and game design and being aware, there's a couple of YouTube videos I watch YouTube channels I watch, where people actually take the games apart and they look kind of deep into the actual reasons behind decisions made in game design, which is super interesting for me. So things like Legend of Zelda and the dungeon design and how they lay the dungeons out and how they you know, how they've made it either linear or not linear, and the decisions they've made, why they've done that, what impact that those decisions have on the video games and the player as well, and their kind of mindset, and all of this kind of theory, all of this game theory stuff that I would not have thought about at all, and I don't think any developers really back then would have been thinking about game theory. But these look like locked doors to me. Will not budge. Will not budge. Yeah, so as much as I do sometimes criticise this game, I think they, you know, as a product of its time, I am amazed by it. You know, I'm playing it now. I mean, I do have in the description, you know, I'm not sure. I'm 100%, I'm not sure if this is a good game. I like it. So for me, it is a good game. Yeah, that's my mark of a good game. I like it. I really enjoy it. But I don't know if I enjoy it because it's a nostalgia trip. You know, it's something I played when I was young, or is it a good game in its own right? You know, luckily you guys can actually play this for yourself. It's free. It is. It's called abandonware, and abandonware basically means that the trademark, the copyright on the game has expired. So it's free. You can download it without any issues. It's not illegal to download this game for free. It's not illegal to you know, go onto a website and play this game through the browser. And that's how I got this copy, actually, because the copy I actually have is it's on a 3.5-inch floppy disk back at home. When I say back at home, I mean it's like 300 miles away from where I live right now, where my parents live. And you know what? Real quick, let me just whoop. Here we go. So. This right here is a, just look at the camera, this is a memory stick, and this memory stick is 16 gigabytes, that's 16,000 megabytes, okay, 16,000 megabytes. This game came on a disk, floppy disk, which was that size, so, you know, just floppy disk is about that size compared to the memory stick here, and that floppy disk held a whopping 1.44 megabytes. So this is about 1,000 times more information, over 1,000 times more information than this entire game. So You know what, I have no idea where I've gone with my point here. I've just completely lost my train of thought, but we're looking for a gold key, we're looking for 2 ornate keys, we are looking for an iron key, we are finding... Hang on. Was Frag Rank the dungeon? Frag Rank level 2 was that dungeon where we had like 1,000,000 keys for 1,000,000 doors, wasn't it? Is it going to be the same level 3, level 4? I wonder. I do wonder. We're doing really well. Like, we were... Towards the end of the Dark Tower, I felt like we were starting to struggle. And I feel like the difficulty curve has now kind of eased off a little bit. You know, we're not getting waylaid half as much. Although, you know what, maybe it is because... I must admit, I was getting a little bit frustrated at the end of the Dark Tower because we were very, very far away from being able to just pop out and sell things and recover our health and, you know, kind of take stock of things. And the constant, basically almost every other room we were getting one of those kind of enemy invasions, and they weren't easy. Like, we were dealing with them, but they weren't easy, and I think that became a bit of a frustration because... Oh no! Slizer! Lost your weapon. Yeah, they weren't easy to deal with. They weren't difficult, but I think the fact that it was, the fact that they were constant was the thing that got to me. It got to me. It didn't get to me, it just annoyed me a little bit. And so maybe that's why I'm not finding this quite as... Maybe that's why I'm finding this a bit more refreshing. You know, it is a bit more linear. The Dark Tower definitely... Level 3, level 4 had its puzzle moments which were really cool. Whereas Frag Rank seems to have been very linear so far. You know, level 2 especially was really kind of like, here's the key for this door, and then behind this door, there's a key for another door, and so on, so on. But yeah, look, this fight right here, nothing really difficult. These guys are just kind of getting on with things. Interesting room though, really like this. Frost Helm. I wonder what this does. That looked like a paralysis to me. I'll give it to Junal, but as I just said, we kind of not really struggling at the moment. Just open this. Let's just let all of them out. Okay, we can't open that. I thought that was a silver key, but it's apparently not. It's a gold key. You hide in shadows. You is often. You're in the middle of the room right now, and you know what that means. And you are immune from magic. Yeah, nice. Oh. So yeah, I've had a break of a couple of days since the Dark Tower debacle. The debacle of the Dark Tower. Maybe this is the silver key door? Okay. I'd rather not have gone through here first. I'd rather have gone and explored that other one, but whatever. So yeah, it's been a couple of days since the Dark Tower, purely because I was just exhausted. The level of variation, talked about this before, isn't great. You know, each area doesn't feel like its own unique section of a game. It all just feels like an overarching, just singular, just one big dungeon. But that's definitely something that gets remedied in the second game. It's called Worlds of Legend, Sons of the Empire. They kind of do realise that, you know what, it is a bit homogenous. This whole world does seem very samey, and Worlds of Legend does change that. So it's a very odd game. Very similar to Legend, hugely similar. Same engine, same style, same characters even. But whereas in this world, like we've seen, where is it? Smathost, whatever it is that Slyzar is from. We've seen that already. There's a place in this world. Pongbarn, we've been there. That's also a place in this world. Fruel, don't know where that is. And Yin is actually where the next game is set. So the whole game is set around Tai Chang's family. There's been some sort of disaster, and there's 5 warring families. Tai Chang's family is in the centre of the world, and there's these 4 warring factions around him, and each of these factions have its own kind of colour scheme, its own distinct enemies, creatures, dungeons, you know, that kind of thing. So as you're going through that game, it doesn't quite feel like a slog as such. Like I'm not saying I'm not enjoying this game at all. I'm not saying that I feel like this is a slog. I just feel like it could do with a little bit more variation. You know, as I said, we're coming across enemies from the first dungeon. It does get better later on though. I do remember some really odd creatures coming across, like centaur kind of things, and yeah, some really kind of scary looking creatures. And but no, we're doing. Oh no, someone just got the spell. Zotham just got the spell. Okay, well we better give yourself a bit of that, and let's disable you, and stop casting a spell, I guess. There we go. Right, doing really well, actually. We've had almost no issues at all so far in this dungeon. The problem is, though, we've had almost no issues at all. The thing that I've enjoyed most so far, like really enjoyed in the last couple of episodes, was the puzzle rooms. I love the puzzles. You know, some of them are a little bit on the cheesy side. You know, some of them you have to think, maybe I'll just do it this way because I think that's the way of doing it. But at the end of the day, that's the thing I love about RPG games is puzzles. That kind of level of having to think around a problem. That's what I love about things in general. I just love puzzles. It's one of my things. Whoops. Okay. Good. Maybe the fact I love puzzles is because I could never solve this when I was a kid. Maybe I struggled. Maybe my love of solving puzzles comes from never being able to solve that ridiculous room in sure I have all level 2 where the thing teleported everywhere and you were just like, what's going on here? Right, 2 of the party have been dispelled. You have been paralysed. That's not a good thing. So now, can you just turn around and take that guy out? That would be useful. Trazere, you take this guy out, and then you take this guy out. There we go. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. If we all converge on the Berserker... Oh, this is what happens, by the way. You know, let's say Berserker's over here, Trazere's over here. We press this button. We've pressed this button loads of times. It's usually to stop us from running away. But actually, it works to kind of just gather everyone around a particular character. And let's do a... Boom. There we go. Right. We are looking for keys left, right, and centre. I think this is definitely improvement. As frag rank has gone down the levels, this is more of an improvement. We're coming across... So here we've got, like, you know, a couple of different locked doors. You know, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different routes here that I haven't explored yet or haven't been able to access yet, and don't have a key for, or don't have a button for, or whatever it is. Whereas on the level above, it was kind of, you know, there was only one way to go. There was, this is the way, you've only got one locked door at a time. It just felt a little bit like, oh, this is locked with a gold key. Next room. Here's a gold key. Okay, cool. Oh, this is locked with an iron key. Next room. Oh, here's an iron key. Thanks. You know, it felt a little bit railroaded, whereas this level seems to be a little bit more open. So I guess where I'm saying that we don't have much variation, I'm not actually really right there, because every dungeon does seem to have its own feel, its own... How to describe what the feel of a dungeon looks like, but... I think... we're getting there. Now... Getting... No, I'm just gonna hold off. I think one of the mistakes I made last time, or the last couple of episodes, has been overusing Zotham, and that's why he's, you know, let's have a look at the experience now actually. 123,000, 149,000, 100. So, you know, he's 20,000 experience. He's 20% more experience. You know, he's died 3 times. This dude has been, like, he's been a weakling. But I think I just need to chill out. I do need to let Tunal and... You know what, I've probably said this 100 times. I've probably said this so much before. It's just like, you know what, just chill out. Let Tunal, let Tai Chang take the reins, that's fine. But you know, look, they're doing really, really well. I think, you know what it is? I know what it is. I know exactly why now. I've worked it out. Why our characters are doing so much better. It's because we've got our uniforms. Because we've got our Red Ranger outfits on. It's also super weird that Trazere's just running around without a top on. Like, you must be freezing in these dungeons. I know there's fireplaces around and stuff, but... Come on, dude. Right, I keep on occasionally glancing over to the side here because, so I run with 3 monitors. I've got one up here, one here, one here. Just because it makes my work a lot easier. So, I'm a teacher. For those of you who, you know, a lot of you are watching are probably in my class. And, when I'm doing my planning, when I'm doing my preparation, I like to be able to do things quickly. So I like to have, you know, the things that I put on the board here. I like to have my planning up here, and I like to have a distraction up here. So I've got my work on these two screens, and then either I've got a movie or a TV show, or I've got some research or something, you know, that I need to use for my lessons up on the top screen. It just makes, I can work 3 times as fast. It is. When I go back to just having a single screen, it is unbearable. Like, it's so difficult going, it feels so slow, I feel like so stifled. At the moment, obviously I'm not working right now. So the reason I'm getting distracted is because, firstly, I've got my recording software up there. I use OBS to record. OBS is open source, it's free. Bam! And so that's kind of in that window up there. So I'm seeing Legend down here, but I'm also seeing Legend up there with a little version of me in the corner. But on this screen at the moment, I'm actually watching some wrestling. I watch WWE, and at the moment it is currently, I'm watching it kind of a rerun on the WWE network of WWE Money in the Bank, and we're currently watching Braun Strowman, who is the WWE Universal Champion. He is against Bray Wyatt. Not the Fiend Bray Wyatt, just regular old happy funhouse Bray Wyatt. Super creepy, super creepy. Wrestling's my guilty pleasure. I love it. It is awful. Like, it's just, some of the storylines are embarrassingly bad. But I love it. I really, really love it. Speaking of things I love, end of the episode. Don't love the end of the episode. Unfortunately, it is the end of the episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I have no idea what I've been talking about today. I'm so tired. I found it difficult sleeping recently, so I've just kind of been getting up at all sorts of hours to play video games, and I record until I get tired. And so this actually is 3 in the morning right now, and I feel super awake, not very coherent, but it is who it is. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.